going on, family? It's Kevin and Jesse here with you guys today with the Elite State of Mind podcast. Jesse, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing well. Family, make sure you go ahead, like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram page. Make sure you hit the little bell on the YouTube so you get notified every time we drop a new video. Jesse and I are going to take you guys to work every Wednesday morning when you're on your way to work listening to us. Today, family, what we're going to get into, it's the month of January. It's a new year. Remember, 2022, do it for you.
Right.
One of the key components to doing it for you is just showing up. And when I say just show up, sometimes it's as simple as just going to an event, as just clocking in, just being consistent enough to every day show up for yourself, to show up for good things, to show up for the things that should have value in your life. And consistency, family, is a big part of that. So why is it, family? And you guys, get in the comments and let us know, why do we lack consistency?
Man, listen, we'll lack consistency. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, man. We lack consistency because it's easier, it's more comfortable to do nothing than to do something.
Those are facts. Those are facts. Family, and you can be consistent in doing and consistent in not doing.
That's right.
But I want us to be intentional and consistent in showing up every day. You've heard Jesse and I talk about, when we dealt with the 2% principle. Jesse talked about the issue of some of us saying we don't have time, to do certain things. But if you have that old school alarm clock, you have your planner, you can overcome the issue of time. And then we can consistently be on time. We can consistently be making sure that you're showing up for yourself. Because I promise you this, family, there are going to be some days and times when you're not going to show up and you're going to miss your blessing.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to miss the gift that was there for you. You're going to miss the person that could, had a word for you. You're going to miss the person that could help put your dream on the map.
Yeah.
You're going to miss the person who may be your forever person. You're going to miss the person who is going to deposit something in you that only they could give. And it's because we chose not to show up. Jesse, have there ever been some times you chose not to show up and then you were like, man, what did I miss out on? Or it didn't show itself to you what you missed?
Yeah. For instance, in middle school, trying out for the baseball squad, man. You miss the opportunity because it'll get a little difficult. Day 1, day 2 of tryout was cool, but day 3 is when, hey man, we got the scrimmage about to jump off. Right? Day 1 and day 2 was about drills and seeing, who could do what. Are you taking the grounder, right? I play short. Are you taking the grounder? Are you charging the grounder with good fundamentals, glove to the ground, scoop, hop, throw. Right? That type of thing is going on. And then can you translate that to day 3 and actually getting it done?
It's time to put it all together.
So it's time to put it all together. So the time of putting it all together, you got to become consistent on what you did in day 1 and day 2. Well, I understood that I was not as consistent as I needed to be in order to put it together. So I get one hit to me, wow, hot, right? And instead of me coming at it, I kind of wait a little bit and then go. Well, it ends up hitting me in the chest, right? So anybody knows, hey, that's a base hit.
Yep.
And so instead of me making the A team, I make B team because of that. And that has never left, right? By not charging forward, being consistent with my fundamentals, it cost me, for being on the A team.
Cost you some benefits. Of the A team as well.
For sure.
Yeah, I think, for me, when I told myself, hey, I want to change career paths, want to go into, being a realtor. Went to real estate school, showed up to class every day. And then just for whatever apparent reason, when class was over, I decided not to show up and take my exam and then just go into real estate, right in that moment. So then, as we all know and we're still experiencing, the COVID pandemic, jumps off. And as bad as that is, some of the good benefits that have come from that is that, the car market was booming, the real estate market, was booming. But I missed out on being in real estate, having been in real estate for some time before that took off.
Right.
Having an opportunity to, go out and make some connections and establish myself, in the world of real estate. So then I missed out on the avenue that was supposed to be providing for my family.
Right.
So not only did I rob myself of something because of my lack of consistency, but I robbed my family of something as well.
Right.
Because I did not do what I had, purposed in my heart to do. What I had said, this is going to be the vehicle that I use to, perpetuate us into another state, into another, place of being. So now there are some things that I couldn't give that I wanted to give.
That you wanted to give, yes.
So that for me was, having that lack of consistency, not, because all it was showing up. I've never struggled taking a test, whether I studied or not. Never struggled taking a test. Always been a decent test taker. But I was like, I'll get it done. And then I wasn't happy, wasn't glad with some of the outcomes of things that were going on because I chose not to show up, which leads us into attitude and effort.
Oh man.
As the great Mike Singletary said, can't win with them. A couple things we can't coach: attitude, effort.
That's true.
When you're coaching, how do you determine, how do you affect attitude and effort?
I think attitude is affected by what we're doing. Because again, the emotion is going to create an emotion of some sort. So that is part of the goal. Okay. But then also, the effort, another great linebacker, Ray Lewis would say, effort's between you and you.
Facts.
I can't, if you show up to a session and you determine in your own mind, today I'm going to put in half work. That's between you and you. It has nothing to do with me. I can have the greatest program ever written, known to man, and we can have all the equipment that we need and have all the space that we need. But if you decide not to put in effort, then the result then is based upon the effort that you put in. If we're going to get scientific about it, you're able to change body composition and reduce body fat merely by the effort that you put in. We change, white adipose tissue to brown tissue based upon the amount of effort that we put in. So that means we're moving and we're operating at about 65% of our VO2 max to 85%. That's effort. You can do that either by weight training or you do it when you're doing your cardio, or a combination thereof is going to get you the best result. But at the end of the day, your effort is your effort. And if you want what you say you want, then you're going to have to put in your effort, that mental decision that says, I'm going to be great, I'm going to accomplish a goal, I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do by keeping my word to myself. Part of that is giving a great effort, giving the best I can give on that day.
Right.
It may not be 100% because maybe you don't feel 100%. Maybe there's some mental things or some emotional things that you have going on that you can't give, but give what you can, give what you have at a high level, and you'll see a great result.
True, I agree with that wholeheartedly. When we talk about attitude and effort, man, I always think about E.G. And how that brother, if you're familiar with the city of Norman, how this cat, lived off Chautauqua. And, we trained him up at Norman High. Just, quick little backstory on him. He had walked on at the University of Oklahoma.
Yes.
Met him through some family, and he was like, man, can y'all help train me up? Sure, come on. And, we didn't know.
Right.
The brother didn't have a ride.
Right.
Some of his training sessions.
Right.
But one day I remember, why are you breathing so hard already?
Right. Yeah.
And he was like, I live off Chautauqua, and I done jogged.
He jogged
from Chautauqua to Norman
High School.
It was there before us.
And he beat us there.
He was early.
Yeah.
Because his attitude and effort was so that, man, I want to be on this team.
Yes.
I not only want to make the team, but I want to stand out. Now, that year, he ends up winning the Scout Team Player of the Year.
That's right.
Same award,
That's right.
won by Baker Mayfield.
Baker, yeah.
So his effort and attitude helped propel him to the places and the goals that he had for himself.
Yeah.
So if you have great attitude and great effort, family, it's going to take you further than you ever could have imagined. And like Jesse said, in just showing up, if all you got is 5%, give you 5%.
Give it, because all we asking for really is 2.
That's it, fam.
Yeah.
So if it, like when we deal with the 2% principle, that 28.8 minutes. Yeah, we understand that sometimes life happens.
Right.
And you can't give your whole 30 minutes that day.
Right.
But do you take 5 minutes for yourself that day?
Go hard 10.
Do you give what you can give that day, so that you make sure that, one, you keep the covenant cut with yourself.
With yourself.
When you said, I'm going to do better. Obviously it's the start of the new year. A lot of people want to, get healthy. A lot of people want to start a new venture.
Right.
You're going to start that in January. And one thing that you got to understand, we both play football championships. They're played for at the back half.
Right.
But they're won right now.
Yeah.
They're won in the off season because you showed up every day.
Right.
You showed up, and then you put in some extra work.
Yeah.
But consistently, you were showing up, having a great attitude, and giving maximum effort. Because sometimes, even when we go work out, my attitude might not be the best.
Right.
But if I'm giving good effort through my workout, my attitude changes.
It's gonna change.
I'm like, oh, okay, I'm back at it.
Right.
I'm giving it again. Now, Jesse, what are some of the benefits of showing up?
You get out of your own way, number one. You get out of the headspace of, I can't do something, to I can, to I will do something. Showing up is a sign that you want to show up for yourself, that you want to change, that you're committed and you're dedicated to doing and being more than what you said in times past. So you just showing up is going to be enough. It's the start of you becoming more than, what you have been.
Right. C's get degrees, right?
They do.
Now, I've heard, and I've put this to the test myself. I've not yet obtained, my college degree, but a couple of times I stopped by UCO and Rose State, for a couple of days. When I didn't show up, couldn't obtain knowledge. I couldn't do, much anything.
Right.
But when I would just will myself just to go to class, when I would just at the least go sit down, I would be sitting there taking a test, and I'd be like, I remember that question from this day, because I didn't really feel like going. But for some reason, it was deposited into my memory. And I was able to recall simply because I showed up. Simply because I showed up. I'm not talking about, going above and beyond.
Right.
But simply because I showed up. You will keep a job, family, simply because
by showing up
to work.
You just show up.
Because sometimes it's hard to find consistency.
But that's where the consistency lies, in the showing up. Like you said, it was, hey, in the early morning workout, do I really want to be there at that time? No. Did I really want to be in the class? No, I'm tired because they ran me down to nothing in the early morning workout.
Right.
But I come to class, and because I'm there, I'm at least going to obtain enough knowledge to get their C.
At the least, you got enough to get the C. And then once you get your degree, show me what your grades were like. Or do they normally take your degree at face value? You finished. We can give you a job.
Well, here's the beautiful thing about it. When you begin to show up and you become consistent, through you showing up, your C's turn into B's. Right? Because then the effort, because you get in the habit of showing up. I'm supposed to be here. I need to do this. I have to do this. Okay, I'm doing it for me. All right. So your C's go to B's, your B's go to A's, right? So they might not always ask you, okay, so what was your GPA? But when they do ask, they want to know what your GPA was in your major. on the thing that you focused on the thing that really got you going, that excited you, that you really put forth your effort and all of that into, what did you do there?
I'm going to stop you just for a moment.
Okay.
You said something right there. The thing that you focused on, the thing that you were excited about, the thing that had some value.
Yes.
So you think that
it had
meant
value. Yes.
something to you.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes we don't show up? We're not consistent because the particular thing, person, or endeavor doesn't hold a certain amount of value to us.
Yeah.
What part does that play?
I think it plays, we'll apply the 80-20 rule to it, for sure. If the person, place, or thing is highly valued by you, man, there ain't gonna be too much that's gonna be able to keep you from being in the presence of that person, place, or thing.
In the presence of. In the presence of.
Yeah.
You know, I think back, and as our favorite book says, he numbered every hair on your head.
Yes.
How much value must I have that the creator of the universe, the one that set the moon and the stars in their place, that on January the 19th, 1989, decided to number every hair on my head and call me onto this side of the River Jordan.
Right.
How much value must I have? But then on the other side, I don't have enough value in myself to just show up.
Man, see, listen, man, you're about to segue into something I'm gonna drop next week.
Okay. Give a little preview.
It's called the Value Series.
Okay.
What it's called. And the value menu is important because most people feel as though that's something they can't obtain. I can't afford what's on the value menu, and it's important to understand and know, who you are and what you are and to whom you belong. So your value increases with you when you know that, hey man, the God of the entire universe knows how many hairs on my head, and guess what? I'm going bald. He valued from the time that I was born how many I had to now at this particular age that I'm losing my hair. He still knows how many hairs I have. So if it's that important to him, it has to be that important to me. And that whomever is in my life, it needs to be that important to them as well, or they don't value me.
And that's my other thing. What value do I place on you if I say you're a good thing? If I say that I have set my affection upon you, if I say that I recognize whom and what you are and whom and what you mean to me, I can use these great verbs and adjectives to describe you. I can illuminate this picture of greatness. And if I was a sculptor, I could sculpt you out of the most beautiful marble. But then I don't have enough value to just show up.
Right. Man, that's weighty. And it's weighty because, it's one thing if someone is forced to make a decision. It's another thing that when of their own free will and volition, they choose to, like you said, set their affection upon you. They don't have to. They have many options. They can go elsewhere. Like we say all the time, there are many brands of bread when you go to the bread aisle, but there's only one particular brand of bread that's gonna set your heart on fire. That as you walk closer to it, you know exactly where that particular brand of bread is.
Mad when it's moved.
You're upset when they actually move it, but you know where it is. You know where it sets, you know how many shelves it takes up, and you know exactly how much it costs. Because you have set yourself, you've set your affection for this particular thing. You value it. You know what it brings. You have a standard and an expectation that every single time I pick this particular bread, I know it's gonna be soft. I know it's gonna give me what I need. I know when I put, my peanut butter and my jelly on it, how it's gonna hit on at the late night snack. So you know what you're gonna get from it. So its value exceeds, the expectation.
I wholeheartedly agree, but I just family, just for a moment, I'm going to digress. If something is a good thing to you, if you say and you claim that it's good for you, show up for it. Show up for it. Show up for it, because as my father told me as a young man, he said, son, old people used to say your days are numbered.
Yeah.
Your bounds are set.
For sure.
Everything has a time stamp and an expiration date. And if you stop showing up for that good thing, one of these days you're going to look up and need it.
Right.
And not be able to get some of the benefits because you didn't show up for it.
Right.
So what are some of the keys for consistency so that we put ourselves in position to show up for ourselves, for these good things that life brings us?
Well, I think one of the first ones is just understanding and knowing that you have to make a decision. You're making a choice, right? You're having a conversation with yourself as to, okay, what is it that I really and truly want? What are the standards I have for myself, and how am I going to get there? And from that conversation, you go, all right, then what am I going to do next? Right? There's always going to be a step. We had a conversation, so then what's the first thing I need to do? I think we said it just earlier on in the conversation. Hey, I got to show up.
Right.
I just have to show up. If I don't know to do anything else, I need to show up. Like you said, it's January. There are a lot of resolutions going on. The health and wellness is a thing right now. So the first thing I need to do, if I know I need to do better, I need to get myself into some better shape or condition, then I need to make a decision as to what gym I'm going to. Right? I need to know, I need to understand, do I want the $40 gym? Do I want the $20 gym? Is my budget set up? I need that $9.99. Okay, so I go from there and I pick one. Good. I set myself up, I enrolled, I'm great. So now I have to show up.
Right.
I gotta show up. We say all the time, the gym, no matter what gym you go to, has 98% of what you need to accomplish the goal that you say you want to accomplish.
Right.
Okay, so then what is keeping us from doing that? And that's showing up. So, okay, you made a decision, we show up, and then like we said earlier also, what type of effort are you gonna give every day that you need to show up?
Right.
What effort are you gonna give? Are you gonna go and do just enough? Or are you gonna give everything that you have?
Y'all better leave that just enough in 21.
Yeah, we're not doing that in 22.
It's about abundance.
It's about abundance. It's about overflow. Okay, I can't have an overflow if I only just give you just a little bit. Because I have no reason to be refilled. I have no reason to be refilled. I haven't given all that I have, all that I am. So there's no reason for me to get a new feeling of what I need. Because I didn't use what I had.
Right.
So why would I get anything more?
Right.
Why would anything actually change? When we have a jug, are we gonna put new wine into an old wine barrel?
Normally, no.
No, we're not going to.
Normally, you're not.
It doesn't work that way. If we use a water cup, are you gonna put some fresh water with some stale water?
No, you're not.
No, you're gonna pour the old water out.
Papa say you gotta wash the night staleness off of you.
Pretty much.
For a new day.
Pretty much. So you gotta give all that you can give all that you have on that day, for that day.
Right.
For tomorrow is a new day.
Right.
And we can't worry about tomorrow. The only thing we can worry about is today. Did we give our best effort today?
Right.
And that's a yes or no question. And at some point in time, bro, like we said, we're going to leave that in 21. In 22, we got to get real with ourselves. In 22, you're going to do it for you? Okay, great. Did you give your best effort today? Yes or no?
Real simple.
It's very simple.
Real simple.
If the answer is no, then you probably need to slap yourself and try again. Do better. Be better. Because this is for you.
I can't do it for you.
Nobody can do it for you.
Can't do it for you.
Nobody can do it for you. So if you want more, if you want better, give your best effort every single day. Right. Because that's between you and you.
Very true. Very true. I think, for me, obviously, just showing up is one of the keys to consistency. The other one, family, is who and what is encouraging you. What's in your ear when it comes time for you to make that life change, when it comes time for you to go after that goal.
Okay.
Do we have some good friends?
Yeah.
In our ear, do we have some people that'll say, hey man, you have said you want to lose this 15 pounds.
Right. Right.
Why I see you at the ice cream shop the other day.
Uh-oh.
I'll be personal, family. Y'all know me. I attend the First Church of Crumble Cookie, where the Reverend Bishop Chocolate Chip is our pastor.
Oh, no.
If I want to lose these 5 pounds,
right,
I need to miss some services.
Yes.
At the First Church of Crumble.
Will not be attending.
Yeah, I need to move my membership over to the AME Crunch Church.
Right. Yep.
And begin to get on the treadmill and lift some weights.
Yeah, for sure.
But are you bringing me the cookie? Are you bringing me the snacks?
Yeah.
Are you bringing me the things that are counterproductive?
Mm-hmm.
Are you not being a good friend?
Right.
When I'm trying to go after these goals.
Mm-hmm.
And then how intentional are you, family, with your consistency?
Mm-hmm.
Are you now making plans in preparation?
Yeah.
Again, if we stay with health and wellness, have I carved out that 30 minutes of my day?
Mm-hmm.
Have I went to Walmart Academy?
Yeah.
Maybe I need some new running shoes.
Yeah.
Maybe I need a kettlebell or a jump rope. So the days when the weather might be bad, I can't get out.
I can still get it in.
I can still get my jump rope on, get my kettlebell swing, some push-ups, some things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So, family, you might need to take some inventory.
Yeah. And let it be it's non-negotiable.
Uh-oh.
Stop compromising what you know you need to do when you know you need to do it.
Facts.
All because, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but you're hurting yourself. Mm-hmm. You're not being the best version of yourself that you can be because, hey, you negotiate that.
Right.
You don't negotiate when you go to work.
No.
Right? When they say it's time for you to go, you're there. Okay? You don't negotiate with yourself when it's time to eat. When it's time to eat, you eat. Right? You make it happen. So where in the world do we get the idea that it's okay for us to negotiate our health and wellness?
Well, it's because, many people are taught that it's not that important.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, especially for those of us who believe in God, you can eat whatever you want. He's still going to keep you and take care of you.
Listen,
to an extent.
No, that's the dumbest thing ever. No, listen, man. He didn't create us to give us all this. If he is the one of infinite knowledge, right? Think and Grow Rich. It's a great book.
Right.
Right. You need to read that. If you haven't read it, you need to. It's an audio book as well. Infinite intelligence is what Napoleon Hill refers to when he's talking about God. If infinite intelligence has given us all intelligence, then why would we say a stupid thing like that just because you believe her? That's dumb. Yes, I have a family history of high cholesterol, but give me all the ribs. I'm gonna eat a rib and steak diet.
It's like that video you sent me. Disease doesn't run in your family. Nobody runs in your family.
That's your statement.
Some of y'all need to get together on Thanksgiving to hit the track.
And just jog.
Be thankful for good feet and legs.
And let's move them. No, but we want things to change. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to break generational curses, but we're not thinking about, how we eat may be a part of the generational curse. Nobody ever thought about that? Because what you eat actually dictates what you think.
Your level of clarity.
Yeah.
Your ability to move.
For sure.
To create. To
all
inspire.
All of that. Yep.
Comes down to those things. Phil, before we get out of here, Jesse, what are some of the dangers of not showing up?
Man, the number one danger of not showing up is just you're going to miss the opportunity, like you said. You don't know what opportunity will be afforded to you just by you showing up, just by, you being who you are and bringing what you have to the atmosphere. You might miss out. The thing that you've been wanting, praying for, the desire that you have, the opportunity, the networking opportunity, the thing that you've been looking for, more often than not is right there, but you miss it because you don't want to show up. You don't want to show up for you. You don't want to show up for your family. You don't want to show up for your friends. You just don't want to show up because your mental is, I'm grown and I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do, when I want to do. When the reality is, like, if you're grown, right, as you transition and as you grow, then you're going to do what's best, not just for you, but for all those whom you're connected to.
Very true. I think, some of the dangers definitely are you're going to miss out on some good things. And you're going to cease to exist. You're not going to be a good steward of time. Here's what I mean, family. The definition of time being one of my favorite words, the indefinite continued progress of existence and events in the past, present, and future regarded as a whole. The continued progress. Something cannot continue if I cease to show up.
Right.
As you talked about earlier, bro, in Think and Grow Rich, one of my favorite stories that it talks about in there is there was a man who was a gold miner. And he was mining for his gold, mining. And one day he just didn't show up. He was 10 feet from crazy. Striking gold.
Yeah.
One more day of showing up.
One more day.
One more day of going to work. One more day of going to the gym. One more day of loving the person you said you were going to love.
That's right.
One more day of doing the things you said you were going to do. Cost him a mine full of gold.
Yeah.
And not only him, but then it reverberates through time and on down his line of generations.
Yeah.
Where would they have been if one more day he showed up for himself?
Right.
He showed up for them.
Man. Yeah.
And struck gold.
Right.
But he didn't. Family, there's a danger in not showing up.
Yeah.
There's some things that will die if you don't show up.
If you don't show up. Wow.
Don't take those days for granted.
Yeah. No.
Show up when you don't want to. Family, we appreciate you guys for tuning in with us today. We know today would not have been what it was had you guys not decided to take time out of your morning and listen with us. Make sure you go ahead, like, follow, and subscribe to that YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook page. Tap that little bell so you make sure you get all the notifications. We hope you guys have a great day. We'll see y'all later.